Welcome. Once again, another live edition of Quoth the Raven, Sprite Raven. I'm your host, the Sprite Raven, 33-year veteran, comic science fiction, fantasy, horror, and role-playing games. And it's Tuesday. That means it's crowdfunding night, and we got quite a bit to talk about. So let's go straight into it. I know people are wondering, hey, where's your co-hosts? Well, John's busy, and Chris had a situation this past weekend. Nothing like horrendously bad. It was resolved mostly. We have a solution anyway, but it was very anxiety ridden weekend, and he needed some time off to just like chill for a little bit and get himself centered again. So it's just me tonight, folks, for better or for worse. So let's go ahead and get to it. Our first book of the night is Atrium, Volume 1, graphic novel. It's a collection of the first 5 or 6 issues of the miniseries from Comic Asylum Publishing, collected as a graphic novel. And it's got 19 days ago. That's 28 backers, and it's passed its goal. So we know that it should be fulfilled.
Hey everyone, it's Steve from Comics Asylum, and I'm here to let you know that we have a new Kickstarter, this time for the Atrium Volume 1 graphic novel. Atrium Volume 1 collects issues 1 to 5 of the miniseries, and we'll be offering 2 editions for this campaign. The first is a softcover retail edition. Series artist Lucas Falapi's amazing cover is featured on this version, which contains issues 1 to 5 and a gallery featuring all of the wonderful covers in this miniseries. The second version of the graphic novel is a Kickstarter exclusive and will come in softcover and hardcover editions. Marco Rudi's spectacular cover graces the softcover version, while the hardcover gets Paul Lemgenko's stunning variant. Both editions of the graphic novel seamlessly collect all 5 issues without any breaks. Along with a cover gallery, there'll be loads of extras, including behind-the-scenes treats like never-before-seen cover concepts, Lucas Falapi's character designs, and even part of the script. Most importantly, we couldn't have made Atrium without you, the fans. Since 2023, we've traveled to local comic shops and conventions, introducing readers to the world of Atrium. And it's your love and support that has meant the world to us. We'd be honored to have your support again and to welcome new fans to Team Atrium. As a thank you, we've added some amazing tiers, add-ons, and stretch goals, including trading cards, t-shirts, and custom commissioned sketches by Lucas Falapi and me. Thanks again, and we look forward to your support for the Atrium Volume 1 graphic novel.
You know, I kind of do wish you told people what it was about. But basically, they're trying to transport a heart and they're being chased by vampires. That's the basic gist of it. So it's kind of interesting, you know. So you've got this chance of delivering donor heart to the mysterious patient, and they're attacked by vampire assassins intent on destroying the heart, and they have to run into a subway system to get away until an explosion derails the train, leaving them stranded in the tunnels. Can they deliver the heart before it's too late and the war escalates between the vampire faction, between the point of no return and threatening all life on the planet? Sounds like an interesting concept to me. It's got some decent talent involved with Lucas Falapi and colors by Nikos Kostis, who did colors for Savage Dragon, Invincible. I think he also did Errand Boys for Dark Horse. Actually, this was from Image and we collected and traded by Dark Horse. But anyway, a book we reviewed previously. Also colors by Mike Torres of Savage Dragon. The interior art has a kind of some of the pages remind me a little bit of like Golden with a blend of Jay Lee in it a little bit, but And what I mean by that is you see the way the face shadows are done here. It's very much like Jay Lee would do it, I think. But then you go to like some of these faces in here, and I could see some of the early Mike Golden in it. So I don't know. It's interesting, but anyway, you get the soft cover edition. The retail edition, which is digital, is $11. The Kickstarter is about 15. The soft covers 22 edition. The Kickstarter exclusive soft cover is about $29, they say, and the hardcover is around $54. I would probably go with the regular soft cover edition for the price. It's 30 Canadian, $22 American. You can get commissioned sketches. There's 2 left on that. You can get Steve Bonneau's commissions as well. So there's quite a bit of stuff there. Let's see what the they got this the add-ons. Let's see what the add-ons are. Okay, you can get physical copies. You can Atrium keychain, I should say. There's stretch goals, which they're nowhere near. There's the wallpaper, there's the graphic novel. Everybody gets one with all the physical backers. A sticker set, a card set, mini posters, and like a T-shirt or whatever. And that you're talking about a $10,000 backing, and they're only at what, 1,600? Yeah, 1,650. So not necessarily going to get that, but still not bad. It's not the worst thing we've seen. Whoops. Hold on a second. Let me go back here to this. There we go. I would probably, like I said, go for the Atrium regular soft cover. So I don't know about estimated delivery, unless it's already been printed to a certain level, but okay, we'll see. Shipping is $10 in the US, so we're talking about like $30 for a book. Of course, those are estimates, and but it's probably pretty accurate right now. So that was, again, Atrium. There's the link for it. I'm probably about an 80 to 85% chance of getting this. So there you go. Yep, it was Aaron Boys. They started talking about some of the other things that Mythos has colored. So it was Aaron Boys that I reviewed earlier. So we're familiar with his coloring. So I guess they're both, color, silver, and grease. So, all right, Gregory Parkins doing the lettering. Okay, that's all right. I said pretty decent creative team. $30, yeah. It's probably worth it. So there you go. Let's go ahead and go on to our next one. This is Gaston Leroux's Phantom of the Opera, starring Lon Chaney from Legendary Comics. As you see, they got 14 days ago. They've got almost to their $70,000 goal, 745 backers. Let's see what they have to say. And of course, here's the link to that. Again, they're about $740 or so from their goal. You get digital editions and a first draft of the original 1925 movie in PDF format. You can get the graphic novel for $30. That gets your physical book as well as the PDF and of both the book and the original script. There's a retailer tier for $75 for 5 of them. That's not bad. If you haven't backed some of the early ones, they did a Frankenstein and a Dracula one with Bela Lugosi and with Frankenstein with Boris Karloff. So if you want to go check those out and order those, you can get those. So there's that. There's a deluxe house edition. You get like a movie program from the original movie from 1925. You get the original draft. You get a book plate. Some other stuff as well. So it's interesting. I guess it's not anything I would want necessarily. I just want the book. Some of this stuff it's interesting, but it's not necessarily something I need to have as an extra thing. But for collectors who want that sort of thing, yeah. So there's prices of that. Of course, you can't get the original commission because those were all used up, and you appear in the book yourself as being used up as well. So, but yeah, this is really good stuff. And there's an interview with Lon Chaney, Lon's great grandson, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. And this is based on Leroux's actual script. So Lon Chaney's your executive consultant. El Garing is your artist. So stuff there. Again, pretty good stuff. Doing it all black and white with a little bit of dash of color here, but that only means it gets me that much better for line art, in my opinion. Got some nice color wash, and I shouldn't say color wash, but black and white wash, gray wash. Whether that's digital or both digital and traditional looks like a little bit of both, but just well done. That's a beautiful panel right there with the chandelier falling. It's really good. Lots of stuff there to get. I haven't made my mind yet because I didn't know that they made the other two. This is the first time I've heard of this, so I have to think about it. But I might just get the opera, or I might get all three. Depends on what my just look like here shortly. How many more times? We got 14 days to go, so I got a little time to make a decision. But looks pretty cool. You know, hopefully we know they're going to reach their goal in 14 days. Yeah, so I don't think that's a problem. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what else we got. We have one that we looked at last week called With Whistle, the Boatman's Call. And this is the 152-page hardback cover edition of the supernatural hunter of sea monsters and stuff like that. Okay, now obviously this one's past its pledge goal. It's got about 3 days left, less than 3 days. Let's see here. What are they? Looks like a nice hardcover, thick book, 152 pages. You can get a digital version for $10, €7. The actual graphic novel in print is $21 US, 15 pounds. Waltman's bundle. You get some prints as well as a PDF copy. The hardback and digital. I guess this first one over here is a soft cover. So I guess you get a soft cover or a hard cover. If that's the case, I'll probably get the soft cover. But unfortunately, the sketch commission was already done. But, lots of cool stuff here. Let's. Probably about an 85-90% chance I'll get this. I just hadn't hadn't signed off on it yet. But this is from Robin Jones over in England, so yeah. Okay. So let's see what our next one is. It's called Kill Screen, a video game murder mystery. Now, this is one that Chris would probably like. What if Scream took place at the company from Mythic Quest where they were making a game possessed by the demons from Hellraiser? Well, let's find out what that's about.
Hi there, I'm Jacob Free.
And I'm Benjamin Andrew Moore.
We're writers who met long ago while interning at Marvel Comics. Those were the days.
They sure were, Jake. Since then, we've both gone on to pursue our own creative endeavors.
For example, I co-created and wrote Cities of Magic, a 5-issue comic book series which began life right here on Kickstarter before releasing in comic shops all across North America thanks to Scout Comics.
And I made a short horror comedy film called The Baby Doll, about a homicidal baby doll come to life who terrorizes a very handsome stay-at-home father and his adorable toddler son.
Now we're joining forces and launching our first project together right here on Kickstarter. It's called Kill Screen.
It's a comic book murder mystery. More precisely, it's a slasher horror whodunit set at a AAA video game company. Part of the story will unfold in the fantasy world of the video game they're making, drawn by Archim Topham. And the rest will unfold in the real world, drawn by Ramiro Barrayo, with colors by J.P. Jordan and letters by Taylor Esposito.
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's for the video. Just keep going.
Okay. Kill Screen is a funny, violent, action-packed thrill ride. It's Scream meets Mythic Quest. Scott Pilgrim meets Suspiria. Tron meets And Then There Were None. Lord of the Rings meets Hellraiser. No. It's Die Hard meets Clue Jr. meets James Joyce's Ulysses.
I'm going to pause right there because there's some cussing and other things going on, but you get the general gist of it. But let's pause.
For God's sakes, why are you doing this?
It gets sillier, but anyway, we get an idea of what's going on in the comic now, of what they plan to do with their video. It's interesting. Jacob Free's a decent writer. We reviewed Cities of Magic from Scout, as he aforementioned in the video. Should be pretty decent. I'm not familiar with Benjamin Moore's stuff. The artwork seems to be all right. J.P. Jordan's a good colorist. We are very familiar with Taylor Esposito's lettering work, so it should be all right. If you're a fan of murder mysteries, slasher movies, and video games, probably your thing. Here's some of the artwork. And as you can see, it gets a little bit gory. They cut back from the video game to the real world. So pretty cool thing. Let's see what they want. You can get a commission from the original artist. That's fine. The PDF is 7. It's reasonable, I guess. Print copy, 28 pages is $11. That's probably including the shipping. I don't know. But 28 pages for color. All right, you can get a digital version of all of Jacob's Cities of Magic as well as the kill screen one. You can get all that and then some more comics they both worked on. You also get a print bundle version for $100. And a foilgram version. You can't. There's one if you really want to be part of the comic book. I guess you could get yourself pay $250 to be a murder victim in the comic. I don't really need to pay someone $250 to kill me, but I decide the point. But yeah, pretty cool stuff overall. I don't know if Chris is watching. But this is something I would think Chris would want. Different monsters from the group. Now, we've seen Artie on Tuplin's work before. Seen it in Cool Universe. We've seen it in Dark Regards, which we both Chris and I have reviewed on the show in the past. So I figured that was probably another reason why he would be interested in this one. Ramiro Barallo. I'm not as familiar with him, but I've seen some of this stuff before. He's not a bad artist. But so anyway, let me. Whoops. Put the notes in that one for you. There you go. There's the kill screen. Be sure to check that one out. Our next one. Let's see. Here should be our friend Grant Lankard. Memoirs of the Morbid, Volume Orange. I think this is the 4th volume. 4 self-contained stories in the style of Tales of the Crypto Creep Show. And they just launched like a day or two ago. Feels like it might have been a week, but they just launched, and they're a little past their halfway mark. And I got 44 backers with 33 days to go, so plenty of time to think about it. Let's see what's going on.
Greetings, ghouls and boils. I'm the Ghoul Master, a loving homage to horror anthology narrators of yesteryear. Wait, I'm an homage? Why didn't anybody tell me? You'll hear from my agent about this. But first, let's get to the heart of the matter. I'm here to tell you about the new horror anthology, Memoirs of the Morbid, on Kickstarter in time for Halloween. Memoirs of the Morbid is a black and white homage to classic horror comics from the 40s and 50s, containing 5 self-contained stories by some of the best indie comic creators out there. There's that word again. I better not find out homage is an insult. Anyways, Memoirs of the Morbid is completely done and ready to go to the printer. so don't make a grave mistake by missing it.
Okay, let's see what they got. The digital version is $8. The A cover is $11. The B cover is $11. The C cover is $11. The D cover is $11. You can get digital catch-up. That means all the volumes, orange, red, and blue. You can get the print version as well for $35. All 4 covers of the orange version for $39. There's retail, there's digital, comprehensive, etc. So pretty decent. $70 gets you caught up on every version of it that's been produced so far. So, but the first story is Cubicle of the Damned. Imagine Office Space meets The Exorcist. Okay, there's time machine storylines. The children's show. Goes awry. Then there's an actual science fiction alien invasion type on the ship, and she has to kill it or escape. So there's quite a few different storylines. Of course, you've got your Ghoul Master narrator. I think Chris said he wanted this one, the second cover with the drinking teddy bear last week. So there's that. I haven't committed on this one just yet, but I probably will get. I haven't decided which cover. Probably this cover, the third one, with the alien character. The female kind of looks like one of the I can't think of the character from Star Trek Discovery, but she kind of, the way the hairstyle is, just reminds me of her a little bit, of the actress. So I'm probably get that. But we got Grant Lankard writing, of course. Brian K. Morris is the editor. Will Conway's writing. Alberto Bazzola. Quite a few people in here. So give it a shot. I'm probably gonna get, like I said, I guess the B. What cover is it? Oh, it's the A. It is the A cover. I guess I'll get the A cover then. The Invaders cover for $11. I just haven't done it yet. So there's that one. And let me, it keeps wanting to not let me share the links. I don't know why. But there we go. There's the link. Okay. Our next book is Model A. This is a collection of 1 through 6. By Jeff Bambas, published by SLG Publishing, also known as Slave Labor Graphics. They've got 5 days to go. They're about 62%. They got quite a bit to go to get to their $1,000 goal. They only got 16 backers. As you can see, I've actually backed this one already. Let's see what it is.
My name is Jeff Bambas, and I am the creator, writer, and artist of Model A. It's like an old silent movie with robots. And it is about a robot that accidentally comes to life in some odd facility that he has to start navigating around, and he meets the upgrades, Model Bs, which do not take as kindly to his hijinks as we do. This is for anybody. This is a unique reading experience in that there's no dialogue. And so anybody who enjoys visual storytelling will like this book. And so we're doing this Kickstarter to open up the audience and also to help fund the future issues that are going to be coming out.
Let me see. This one I'm hoping will get backed all the way. So, it reminds me a little of Scud, Rob Schraub. It reminds me a little bit of Kevin Lums' Mafado 160, which you guys don't know about, but that was a silent comic that was done with aliens back in the 80s and early 90s. So I'm hoping to see this one get funded. Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Let's go back to that and share it again. People might want to know why how much does it cost? I got the book and the T-shirt for $40. You don't have to do that. You can get it. You can just get the book. There's prints for $18. I think $18 is a bit high for print. But just the book only is $20. And that gets you 1 through 6. And a T-shirt was by itself was $25, so I just got the both of them for $40. Retailers is $30. They get 3 copies at 50% off and free freight. Again, he has a lot of those wall prints. I'm not really sure why he wants to do that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. With today's mail, I just don't trust the prints that much anymore. You gotta really pack your stuff well so that they don't screw it up and damage it. But yeah. I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully it'll succeed. Okay. Let's go on to our next one, which is Morphodroids #1 Deluxe Edition. My Forgotten Robot. It's the Forgotten Robot Warriors Return. Apparently, this was a toy that was out the same time as Transformers and GoBots, and people forgot about it. So let's find out more about it.
In 1985, Morphodroids burst onto the scene. Remote-controlled robots that transformed into vehicles, lighting up toy shelves across America. Backed by eye-catching Marvel Comics ads and sold in major retailers nationwide, Morphodroids entered the battlefield during the golden age of robot toys. But that's just the cover story. What if we told you Morphodroids were never just toys? What if their origins trace back not to a toy factory, but to ancient alien technology hidden in plain sight? Recently unearthed files reveal a decades-long global cover-up, shadow programs dating back to World War II, designed to suppress sightings of shape-shifting robotic visitors. Governments have worked in the shadows to keep the truth buried, but now the truth refuses to stay hidden. In 2025, the Morphodroids return in a stunning 96-page comic event that redefines their legacy. Part sci-fi thriller, part documentary expose, all-out robotic rebellion. With over 20 visionary artists and writers from around the world, Morphodroids #1 Deluxe Edition is your key to unlocking the truth. They tried to erase them. They failed. Now it's your turn to bring the Morphodroids back to life. Back this project. Discover the past. Protect the future. Because the truth is in these pages.
That's funny. All right. Let's see here. You know, they've got the different videos you can watch. I do remember this commercial on the back of the comic books, but I never actually, 85 was my mother had gotten out of the toy business in 83. That's when Toy City sold to Toys R Us. So I was kind of phased out of toys by that point. So I wasn't looking for this particular thing. So I missed it, I guess. But I remember Transformers because everybody was talking about Transformers, and it was a huge cartoon series, and GoBots had a cartoon. But Morphodroids, for whatever reason, didn't get one. So I guess that's why they were forgotten. But this is, the all new Morphodroids content, first since 85. So, this is interesting. It's written by Keith Finch, drawn by Sergio Rios, with color assisting from Ivan Kernawan, and Ryan Miller is cover artist. And it kind of has a sort of 80s feel to it. Interesting how they do the interior cutaways for how the transformation parts work. Okay. Different other, like classified documentation files. Okay, You got John Bergen doing some backup art. Okay. You got Chris Anderson, Jason Behrens. Okay. Chad Cowler. Okay. Craig Devlin, Ben Dunn. We all know Ben, so Ben contributed to this. Todd Ferguson. Okay, there's another one that we know who that is. We know Travis Knight. We know Milo Trent. So there's quite a people here going to be contributing to this that you might be interested in. And there's now a 12-page backup story with Ben Perkins, Kaijudo. So you got Kaijudo in the back of the book by Ben Perkins. That's awesome. I think you've sold me. I had not been sold on this yet. I think they just sold me. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get this. Deluxe print edition is $25. Okay, 96 pages for $20. Yeah, that's reasonable. Digital is only $8. Your starter pack, okay, for your retailers. All right. Homage cover commission, I don't really care. Print edition, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I gotta get that for $25. Yeah, this is like a 95+ % chance I'm getting this one. So hold on a second. My notes are. There we go. There's the new one from Morphodroids. So yeah, I'm almost guaranteed to get this one because I wasn't quite sold with that Ben Perkins backup feature. Definitely that like put over the top for me. So all right, let's see what else they got. Sweet for us. We have Star Siege, the new Sphere, #1 and #2 by Charles oh shoot. Trying to think how to pronounce it. Is it Globitz? Yeah, Globitz. All right. Let's see what Charles has to say.
Hi, my name is Charles Glovitz. I'm a comic book artist and I love telling stories. I'm inviting you to support my latest project. It's called Star Seeds, the Noosphere. I've been making comics for the past 15 years and doing art and illustration for over 25 years. These are some of the books I've self-published. Once Upon a Time in Tijuana, 1, 2, and 3, Dark Star, Amplituhedron, some zines. I've also been published by Fantagraphics, 3 volumes of Star Seeds. Volume 1 in 2017, Volume 2 in 2019, and Volume 3 in 2023. Now, I'm inviting you to support the next chapter of this story, Star Seeds, the Noosphere, Issues 1 and 2. It's 56 pages of black and white comic art telling the story of the Rainbow Twins, Arco and Iris, and the beautiful dreamer Hadron, as they go on a voyage through the psychic dreamscape, trying to reach the Noosphere, a place where ideas are born and where they just might become the kind of ideas that can change the world. Thanks for watching, and thank you so much for your support.
I get this for sure because I've bought the regular Star Seeds Fantagraphics books, so getting this is like a gimme for me. Let's see how much you wanted. Actually, maybe that's why I didn't. No, the 15 PDF bundle is fine. 16 number 2, 16 number 2. So, yeah, so it's just like get all the books, the bundle for 30. And the art scenes. Yeah, okay. I think I understand. Okay, yeah, whatever. All right. Yeah, it's 54 with all the different stuff there. Okay, I got it. That's why I hadn't done it yet, because I hadn't decided which one I wanted. All right. And you can also get a 6x9 ink sketch. And some other stuff here. So yeah, pretty good stuff. You get some silk screen prints. Those are gonna be interesting, but he's got some original artwork for sale too. Looks cool. Very cool. So yeah, I'll be getting this. Let's take a look at some of the art. This is Beautiful Dreamer. Here we go. Looking forward to getting this one. So there's that. Okay. Our last book for the evening, or last campaign for the evening, I should say, is Those That Inherit the Earth, Volume 1 by Matt. I can't do the last name here, but hold on a second. Let me cut that out. It's all right. Here we go. All right. Let's see what he doesn't have a video. So Matt Emmons, but he's based in Philadelphia, and it kind of has a European feel to it. This is the lead character. She's got what's kind of like talking possum that like befriends her. But she's like, I don't really want you around, but I guess you're like my friend now. And it's post-apocalyptic type world, so This also is available as a Kickstarter Musicograph print. So there you go. $120 pages, collecting the first 5 issues, recolored in full color, and a new chapter involved. So you get, if they reach all their stretch goals, which I believe they did, they get another 30 pages of story added to the book with new characters. Yeah, they're well past their goal. So yeah, you'll get that most likely. Yeah, everything's online. So you've got additional pages, as well as a cloth ribbon to the physical books, and then they add another chapter to the book, and they've done chapter covers, about illustrations for each chapter. So there's a lot of cool stuff that they've done. It looks really cool to me. I look forward to getting this one. And I haven't backed it yet, but I will. Let's see what they want. The PDF volume is $20. The print edition is $35. So $35 is reasonable. I don't know if I want a T-shirt, but I think I can probably pass on that. You can get the book in the resale print for $65. Yeah. So a book with a remark, which is a little sketch for $55. So, of course, that's not available apparently anymore. Your skeleton in the book. That's cute. Not just any skeleton, your skeleton. That would have been cute. All right. But yeah, let's get the regular edition on this and back it. And this stupid thing didn't put the other on there, did it? Let me see if it's in here. Yes, it is. And that is your link to that one. And I don't know if you've heard of the little midnight monster. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? He's right behind me. I'm making sure he doesn't jump in the back of the chair. Okay. Do you want to see? What? Do you want to get on the screen? Can you get up here? There he is. Gotta be seen. Always gotta be seen. What are we gonna do about it? Can't see you. They can't see you. You're black and I'm wearing a black shirt. You blend in too well. Well, they can see my tail. It's here. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. Well, you want to say hello? Want to say hello, everybody? Anyway, we have one more thing. Can't review it tonight because it doesn't start until tomorrow. It launches tomorrow. It is Kelly Jones and Matt Wagner's Dracula Book 3 of the Count. It launches tomorrow around noon Eastern, maybe. So be sure to check that out. I would give you a link, but they don't have a link because they don't do it before the actual campaign's launched. So anyway, remember that's launching tomorrow. That's the third book of the edition, and we will be reviewing the first 2 books on Thursday. So you'll get to see a little bit more about that on Thursday. Now, the monster just had to get up here and have attention before I could show you our book review this week. What did I get today? Well, let's find out. Ooh. Like this sketch with this. It looks like I got a sketch. Maybe. Okay. That's different. All right, it's Paleocene number 5. I don't know if you guys remember me getting this from Kelsey Comics, or Kesey Comics, I should say, but I'm not Kesey. Sorry about that, Mike. This was not, it didn't get funded when he ran the Kickstarter. So he self-published it and had a special order for those of us who wanted to get it anyway. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Mike. What in the world did you give me, man? This is different. I gotta try and get this thing out of the bag. Very tight bag, and it's got a weird thing going on. That's why it's right there. Yeah, there's a little sketch with it that he sent with it. Thank you, Mike. That's cool looking. I like that. All right. Little alien critter, a little gun. Oh no, that's his tail. Okay. Yeah, that's his little raccoon tail back there. I thought he was holding the gun from right there. Oh, kitty, you're gonna fall. Yeah. See, now we can see your face. All right. All right. Let's see what the actual book is, though. If you remember, this was like the Paleolithic era of dinosaurs to mammals. Little monkeys are trying to survive, and he's going to get grabbed by the dinosaur. A little card in here as well that came with it. Just kind of fell out as I was flipping through the pages. It says the first dinosaur and how it expands to all the other dinosaurs, and a little bit of the history of how can birds be a type of dinosaur. So that'll be interesting to look at. There's some more of the artwork there. So I will, of course, give a review of this when I get it read. I just got it in the mail today, so I haven't even opened it until this now. Ooh, that's nice. It shows you all the 5 covers to date that you can get. You go to KeseyComics.com to order them. But I love this painted back cover. That's just really nice. So there you go. Lots of stuff there. Certainly worth it. Cool to get that. Very happy with that. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the book. And the original sketch there. That was awesome. So that's all for tonight. Sorry that Chris wasn't here with us. He'll be with us on Friday when we do the movie Saturn 3. John will be with us on Thursday to do reviews. As I mentioned, we're going to review the Dracula books from Matt Wagner and Kelly Jones, books 1 and 2. We're going to review Viking Moon, an image that just came out last week. This is the The Vikings versus Werewolves comic by Joe Pruitt. We're going to review Pest Control. We're going to review Orphan the Five Beasts, Bath of Blood, possibly. That depends on Chris. I have to talk to him. If he wants to review it, I might hold off for a week. Let's see what else we got. We got to review the Batman Year 2, number 1 from the Batman Free Batman Comic Day. And I got a couple other here, but I'm not worried about those. There'll be some other books as well. I know John's reviewing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 29, Saturday morning, and Zootopia, and I don't know what else he's got. So we've got quite a bit coming on Thursday as well. So I want to thank you for watching. If you want to reach out to me on social media, the best way to reach out to me is on Facebook. Facebook is Lewis.BrightRaven. At the Muskrat Channel, Twitter X, at LewisBrightRave2. You can find more of my artwork at deviantart.com/BrightRaven. You've been watching Quoth the Raven, Lewis Brightраven, exclusively on YouTube. If you have questions, comments, maybe some suggestions for campaigns that I may have missed, or that you saw on Kickstarter or Indiegogo or Zoop or somewhere, send them to me. Quoth Raven LBR72@gmail.com. And if I don't answer, try LewisBrightRaven@yahoo.com. That is all we have for you tonight. So we'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Quoth the Raven, nevermore.